Radio Raheem here with Trainer of the Year, Freddie Roach. One more time, we're going to do it back to Macau, Manny Pacquiao. One more time. This is going to be against Chris Algieri. You've already said that you felt like this is an easy fight, or that much of a challenge for Manny. Why is that?
I never really said it was an easy fight. I think a winnable fight for Manny. I think Algieri has limited experience, and he's at the big stage now, and I'm just not sure how he's going to handle it. On the press tour, though, he's been pretty cool and pretty nice guy, and we're all getting along. And but then once we break camp, it's time to go to work, and we will be prepared. He's, I've on the press tour, I figured out that he's left-handed. That's why he has such a good jab and maybe a better hook and not much of a right hand. And I'm starting to find out a little bit more about him as we study tapes and so forth. So by fight time, I'll have the perfect game plan in place, and my fighter will do it. And I think we can make this. I'm not saying an easy fight, but because he's young and competitive, but a winnable fight for us for sure.
People have definitely reacted to the press tour in the way that there seems to be some amicable relationship between the fighters already. It almost is reminiscent of the first time with Tim Bradley. Is there anything like that going on? Are these guys a little too good friends?
No, that always happens. Ricky Hatton was a good guy. We played darts with him and so forth, and socialized with him. You saw what happened to him. So there's we're out of respect to each other's camps. We all keep it low key and so forth. Once in a while they ask me for a prediction. I says, well, I'm not sure what round yet, but we will knock him out. And they're a little bit shy to talk back to me so far. But I'm giving him little digs those ways, and then he's hitting baseball yesterday, and he says he goes both ways. And I said, I heard that. So I give him little digs when I can. Yeah.
He's not ready to respond yet. He's been taking those jabs pretty good.
Yeah, pretty good. Yeah, but he's a real nice kid. He's a nice kid. He's he's a tough fighter. He beat me once already. He beat Ruslan, my fighter. I've got to come up with a better game plan than I did for Ruslan. Manny's a whole different type of fighter. But we will be ready, and we will not take this guy lightly. And if anything about the basketball coaching and so forth, I asked Manny, how many days are you going to miss because of basketball? He said, Freddie, I'm going to ask you for 2 days. I said, okay, that's it, 2 days I'll give you. I said, after practice, you can go to coach the team or whatever for 2 days. Your assistant coach takes over after that. We have agreement. When me and Manny make deals like that, it's solid.
When you talk about the Ruslan Provodnikov fight, obviously you felt like it should have gone the other way. But being able to face the same fighter back-to-back like you're about to do with Algieri, and the lack of experience that he has overall in the fight game, how much does that play into an advantage for you?
Well, just watching him with Ruslan doesn't really help me with Manny so much, because Ruslan and Manny are so different. They're just different type of style of fighters. Ruslan got caught up. He had so much success early. He got caught up in trying to knock this guy out with one punch. Because that's what was working in the first couple of rounds. And then this guy found his legs a little bit and found his jab. And I won't call him a runner, but he can move when he wants to. But the thing is, I know he's pretty fast, and he relies on his speed a little bit, but he's nowhere near as fast as Manny Pacquiao. Speed-wise, we'll catch him, we'll beat him to the punch every time, and we just can't stay in the pocket too long, because he does like to exchange a little bit, because his punch count is pretty high.
Manny, or I should say Ruslan, seemed very emotionally distraught after that fight. Like, that was a pretty devastating loss to him. How has he been since then? Have you been in communication with him? And what do you feel is a good fight up for him next? How do we rebuild that confidence?
Well, we've been going over some names. Brendan Rios was #1, and everyone was on board, and Cameron Duncan turned it down. So I'm told. So I'm not putting the blame on anybody, but that's what I was told. And so the thing is, we wanted that fight badly. I think it would be a great fight for both guys. And but we have to look other places. So right now we're looking at Abregu. Is that his correct pronunciation? Abregu,
yeah.
Right? And he could possibly be our next opponent. I watched some tape on him, and he's hittable, and I don't think he has the greatest chin in the world. could be our next opponent, but we haven't. We're still in negotiations.
And there's been some talk about, of course, Miguel Cotto and what's up next for him. How these fights, you may be in a situation where you have to train both at the same time. Is Cotto willing to come to Pacquiao's camp in the Philippines?
No, Miguel is going to pass on the Philippines at this point. And what we might do is Marvin's going to watch him in my gym for the first 4 weeks, and then I have 21 days to train him after that, after Pacquiao's fight, and we'll be either in New York to get the climate, get me on the right track, of course. But the thing is, or we'll do a wild card for 2 weeks and do 1 week in New York like we did last time. So we've got our bases covered right now. But again, we don't have an opponent yet. There's a lot of names out there. Kirkland, the tall Irish boy. I forget his name right now, but Andy Lee. Right. So we got some names out there, and someone told me that the guy that won't fight Russo wants to fight him. I said 160. I said, wait a minute, something's wrong here. So I think Bob made a mistake saying that.
Well, Bob's made some news, and so has Oscar De La Hoya in the past couple of days, saying that they're sitting down in talks to end the so-called Cold War, and the name's been on the table. You talk about Manny maybe being able to knock out Algieri, which would be a fantastic move for him career-wise, excitement-wise. Danny Garcia just got a spectacular knockout. Is that a fight that you see as a possibility, and is it a fight that you would want?
Danny Garcia is my #1 choice right now. I wish we were fighting him today. I mean, I know he's a tough guy. I know his dad's a funny guy. But let's see if he can out-talk me. I don't know.
Why do you think Danny Garcia is a good matchup for Manny Pacquiao?
He comes to fight. I mean, the thing is, he swings, he throws hard. Manny loves when people come to fight. He's great with the speed and so forth, and that's kind of our favorite style of fighter to face. Algieri moves a little bit too much and so forth, so not our favorite guy. We know how to fight both ways, of course, but the thing is, Manny likes when the guys come, and he will come.
Now, we're in Las Vegas, so the obligatory question has to always be raised. Obviously, Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao is a fight that everyone's wanted to see for years. And we keep getting these reports that make it seem like maybe something's moving. And, of course, recently we've got Ariza being hired by Floyd Mayweather. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, unusual that they hired him, but maybe they want to get some information about how Manny fights. But since, in my opinion, he knows nothing about the fight game, they can have him. So I'm happy. So, but the thing is, how long before he gets fired again? We'll see. But he has a track record and not so good. But the thing is, Mayweather, pretty much, we've done everything we can to fight Mayweather. It's really up to him at this point. The thing is, we're ready to go. We're ready to fight him. Manny says fight him. We can work out the negotiations, the split and so just say you want to fight us once, and then we got 50 cents on our side, of course.
So you'll trade 50 Cent, they can have Ariza, and it's all fair and it's all good. All right, so Leslie, now we're embarking. This will be the last big fights of the year, of course. And then 2015, it's kind of like a throw-up, like a catch ball, I could say, for your fighters. Who do you think in 2015 is going to be making the biggest statement? Miguel Cotto, Ruslan Provodnikov, Manny Pacquiao? Who's going to have the best year?
Well, I think Cotto and Canelo are going to get together. That's going to be huge. Okay, I think Pacquiao and Mayweather does get together. That'll be even bigger. But that's that one's a little question mark because Mayweather's never really shown that he wants to fight Manny. I mean, so but maybe possible. We'll see. And then, of course, Ruslan is in a good division with some firepower. Manny's doing a catchweight fight for this fight at 144 to see how he feels. And then if he feels good and strong at 44, we might go to 40 because there's a little more action at that division at this point. So, if Danny Garcia moves up, well, maybe we'll go stay with him. If he wants to stay at 40, maybe we can do that. I mean, it's a good fight for the fans.
You mentioned Canelo Alvarez and Miguel Cotto. That's a blockbuster fight. Mexican, Puerto Rican, probably Madison Square Garden. No?
I don't think the Mexican will go there.
Really?
And I'm sorry for calling him a Mexican, but Canelo. I forget his name a lot. I'm sorry.
Yeah, okay, that's interesting. That probably would be a big negotiation point,
Huge.
but it would be the hugest place to do it, right? I mean, Madison Square Garden, where's going to get bigger than that?
Yeah, but the thing is, to go into the Lion's Den, I don't think he's brave enough.
Wow. So, all right, now Miguel Cotto says that he's in this to get back to the top one more time. He feels like he's got something left to prove in boxing. He's done so well recently. If he gets that fight and was able to beat Canelo Alvarez, do you think that that's what he's working towards, like to retire on a high note like that?
Yeah, but there's still one more guy out there that he told me he can knock out if he's in this kind of shape.
Who's that?
Mayweather. So, that could be a rematch. I mean, he fought well, but he told me, Freddie, if I was in this kind of shape that you've got me in, he said I would have knocked him out.
Well, I guess if Mayweather's into taking rematches now, he's going to take Maidana. Maybe Cotto can get it.
Yeah, don't be surprised if he pulls out of that fight.
Freddie always with the headline. Radio Raheem, Trainer of the Year, Freddie Roach.